Hi there, I'm Trevor. You know, when I was a kid, I had the most incredible friend, though you might not believe me when I tell you who it was. It all started in Deerville, my hometown. Right in the heart of it was this amazing park, with the most magical merry-go-round you've ever seen. The animals on it weren't just your average carousel creatures. They each had a personality, a spark of life that made them special. But there was one horse that stood out to me. His name was Breeze, and from the moment I first rode him, I knew we had a connection. Breeze wasn't the fanciest horse on the merry-go-round. His paint was a little chipped, his mane a bit tangled. But his eyes, they seemed to twinkle with mischief and kindness. Every week I'd hop on Breeze and we'd go on imaginary adventures. One day, the unthinkable happened. My mother lost her job at the struggling appliance factory, all because of budget cuts. We couldn't afford going to the park to visit Breeze anymore. But as I lay in bed feeling sorry for myself, I heard a tap at my window. At first I thought it was just a branch in the wind. But the tapping continued. Curious, I peeked through the curtains and nearly fell over in shock. There, standing outside my second-story window, was Breeze. Not the wooden merry-go-round horse, but a real, living, breathing horse.
Trevor, where were you today? I was worried.
Breeze, is that really you? How are you here, and you can talk?
Of course it's me, Trevor. I've always been able to talk, you just never heard me before. I heard that your mother was laid off from her job at the factory, but maybe we can help her. There's a big horse show coming up with a large cash prize. What if we entered and won?
A merry-go-round horse in a real competition? It was crazy, but just crazy enough to work.
From that night on, Breeze would come to my window every evening after the park closed. We'd sneak out to an empty field to practice. Breeze was a natural at jumping, but we had a lot to learn about working as a team. There were plenty of tumbles and mishaps along the way. But we didn't give up. Night after night, we trained. Breeze's determination matched my own, and slowly but surely we improved.
I can't believe the big day is here. Look at all of these beautiful horses. They have come from all over the world. We have our work cut out for us for sure.
Nay. Look at this pathetic excuse for a competition horse. I am the great Orlando. My rider is the renowned Vile Carrington. Get out of my way. Does a carnival pony really think that he can compete with us? This should be very amusing indeed.
Vile Carrington's arrogance and Orlando's harsh words stung, but Breeze just tossed his mane and winked at me. We knew what we were capable of. The competition was intense. Horses and riders were eliminated one by one as the jumps got higher and the courses more challenging. But Breeze and I kept going. We moved like we were one, sailing over jumps that seemed impossible. In the end, it all came down to one final jump, the highest, most difficult one yet.
Look, Breeze, Orlando, and Vile are up next.
They approached the jump with confidence, but at the last second Orlando hesitated. They clipped the top rail, sending it clattering to the ground. Then it was our turn. As we approached the jump, I leaned down and whispered to Breeze.
We can do this, buddy, just like we're flying off the merry-go-round.
Breeze reached deep into his spirit and then we soared.
We are flying, buddy, with room to spare.
The crowd erupted in cheers.
We did it, Breeze! We won!
As we celebrated our victory, I noticed Orlando standing alone. Vile had stormed off in anger, leaving his horse behind. That's when I had an idea. I gathered all my merry-go-round friends and we came to a decision.
Hey Orlando, how would you like to join our family? There's always room for one more on our merry-go-round.
The look of joy on Orlando's face was unforgettable. He'd found the love and acceptance he'd always wanted. With our prize money, Mom was able to purchase the factory where she had worked for so long. She made a great boss and brought the factory to life again, saving many jobs and actually hiring more employees to keep up demand for the Deerville appliance products. We stayed in Deerville, and every Saturday we'd go to the park as a family. And there, on the merry-go-round, you'd see all the usual animals, plus one sleek black horse right next to a slightly chipped but very proud white one. Breeze and I, we're still best friends to this day. And every now and then, when the park is closed and the moon is bright, you might just see a horse soaring over the treetops. Because sometimes the most magical friendships come from the most unexpected places. All you need is a little imagination and a lot of heart.